Good evening, everybody. This is Coach Paige, your favorite life and spiritual coach with Elevate and Upgrade Consulting, here with episode 4 of Transformational Thursday. I want to thank you guys who have been tuning in. Thank you for those of you who have been sharing the video. Like I said, this is a new broadcast, and I appreciate those of you who view and help me get my information to the hands of those who are seeking transformation. Tonight, we're talking about the personal seasons of life. I think this is something that's very transformational since I discovered my own personal seasons in life. So much has changed for me. And when clients come to me, it's something that I work with them on if they have not already recognized this about their lives. It makes it so much easier. It's almost like, when the ocean, the tide has a time to go out. It has a time to come in. So everything on this earth is seasonal, including that of the lives of human beings. So when we talking about seasons, there's a season to plan. So you plan what you're going to plant. Next, you plant. After the planting is the cultivating and then the harvesting. So many are taught that we're supposed to work, pretty much be a workhorse and work ourselves down and to build, throughout our whole entire lives, not realizing there's a season for rest as well. So after you plan, you plant, you cultivate, you harvest, you rest, and you start over. It's not necessary to work yourself to death once you understand the personal seasons of your life. It makes it so much easier to know the time that you're supposed to be resting, because if you push, you're pretty much going against the grain and it's going to be hard. So a lot of people are pushing during times when they should be resting, or they're planting during a planting season. In the beginning, so growing up in North Carolina on a farm, that will be a much easier reference for me to give you guys to relate this to real life. When you have a planting season, so your plans are to in business and in life. You plan to buy a house, you plan to buy a new car, you want to have a new fresh relationship, start a new business. You have to plan for these things. You don't just jump up and go out and do. And most people do it just like that. They don't plan. But it's very, very important that you make plans. And then while you're planning, you gather your seeds, which is all the material that you will need to bring about the harvest that you need. So during the time that you're gathering everything for crops in life seasons, you do the same. You get high grade seeds, you get the top fertilizer, you get everything that is going to make your project and your plan successful, whether it's in business or personal life. You gather those things in the planning phase. You gather the people that you need to bring your ideas to life during the planning phase. Next, you plant your seeds. You know that you've gotten the best seeds that are out there possible. You know that you've gotten the best people to help you with your ideas. You know that you've made room for plan B and C when you were planning. So if life happens, life is happening to all of us. A lot of things are happening that are out of our control. So they pretty much throw off plans sometimes. A lot of us, especially small business owners, have been experiencing that quite a bit for over the last year and a half to 2 years. So plan, in the planning phase, you plan for things happening that are out of your control. So again, you're planting your seeds, you're making sure that everything is going to be a fruitful harvest. Then after you plant, you cultivate. You get the weeds out. Sometimes, weeds come into our garden, come into our life. Weeds can be problems. Weeds can be people. Weeds can be obstacles. So you cultivate. After you cultivate, you prepare to harvest. During the harvest is when you collect the money from the business plans you made. You collect, you actually harvest the crop out of the field. If you're actually planting things, you bring everything full circle in the harvesting phase. You can actually see your work, your ideas, everything coming together in the harvesting phase. And again, it's 365 days in every year. After you harvest, everyone should take a rest. Again, most of us are on autopilot to go 24/7, 365. A lot of people feel like they can't even afford a vacation because they have to work. So know your personal seasons. There's fall, spring, winter, and summer. 4, and I named out planting, cultivating, and harvest. The 4 seasons. And then during that time, after that time, you rest. So your personal season may or may not line up with the seasons of nature, and they may, depending on who you are. But if you're over a certain age, I would say 30 years old, if you're over 30 and you look back on your life, you can see throughout the years where you did very well at, where you made a lot of mistakes. And if you really pay attention, you will see that it was seasonal. It's always seasonal. It's always going to be seasonal. And once you align with those seasons, everything amplifies in your life, because now you're in sync with the universe. A lot of people their beliefs may not align with what I'm saying, but this is not Coach Page's personal beliefs. This is what's real. This is universal law. This is what's written, and this ain't for everybody. You take it or leave it. I understand that the knowledge I bring isn't for everybody. I don't try to market to everybody. I am a transformational coach. So those who are only interested in transformation are going to be the people that are interested in what I have to say. So again, seasons of your life, take inventory, especially if you're an entrepreneur, you're a leader, or you're thinking about going into being an entrepreneur or stepping into the leadership role. You want to go ahead and identify your personal seasons. So when you jump into the game, you'll be productive from the beginning. You won't lose a lot of time, a lot of sleep. You won't go through a lot of obstacles that most people do. And that's pretty much, all I have for the aligning your personal life with the seasons and exploring your own personal seasons. Again, We have 4 seasons throughout the year: fall, spring, winter, and summer. The seasons of life are planting, cultivating, harvesting, and then you want to rest after you complete your personal seasons. And I want to ask you guys to share the video. Everyone has someone on their timeline who could benefit from aligning their own life with personal seasons. I see so many people, especially on my timeline, struggling to make things work for themselves, not understanding that they're completely out of alignment. They're trying to push and go against the grain when you should be flowing with the energy of the universe and the energy of the earth, not trying to push against it. When we push against, it doesn't really help us. It just puts us in a place of depression, grief, and being mad at other people and thinking that it is somebody else, when 9 times out of 10 it's us. Also, don't expect the people in your house or in your family to have the same personal season as you. Learn to work together and flow and sync. I see so many relationships and so many couples who split because they don't understand the personal season of the other person. Everybody expects everybody to stay up, to work, mainly work a job, stay in this conditioning. And once it becomes too much for a person and they say, oh, I'm overwhelmed mentally, I'm overwhelmed physically, and I need a rest break, people start looking at you like you're crazy when they're not understanding. It's a must. And when you, again, don't align with your personal seasons, it's going to cause you a lot of grief and stress and problems that will be avoided if you just, did the work to recognize and align. So I want to remind you guys that it is open enrollment for the Leadership Mastermind group. This group is only for leaders, and it is a first come, first served basis. I did a video on it yesterday. I'm also going to do another one on it tomorrow, a more formal one that I can market and place ads on, because I plan to fill this group quickly by the mid-September. By mid-September, I plan to have the group filled, have my number met. Again, this will be exclusive. We will not have more than 1 or 2 of the same business, and everyone will have to sign non-disclosure agreements. There will be no slandering and telling other people's business once you decide that you don't, if you decide that the group is not for you. I'm also going to be running a special for first month. I haven't decided on that price yet, but I will announce it tomorrow. So anybody who gets in on the first month will get in at a much cheaper price than those who, are on the late show. So if you are a leader and you have questions, feel free to reach out. I am available to answer all of your questions. I also want to remind you guys that we are offering the life coaching certification class. If you are interested in that, I'm also open to questions. And if you are someone who's on the fence about it and you want to strategize to figure out if it's where you need to be, if Elevate and Upgrade Consulting is the company that you want to take your course under, taking courses is not something that I take lightly, and I feel like you should take it with someone that you align with, your energy. You guys have the same vibe. Being taught is a sacred thing to me. So when it comes to teaching and networking, I only want to teach those who are in alignment with my journey. Again, I'm a transformational coach, so everybody isn't ready for transformation. Those that are ready for transformation, this is the place for you. That is pretty much all I have for you guys tonight. So do your homework, recognize the personal seasons of your life, start doing the work to align with them. Leaders, keep in mind the mastermind group is first come, first serve, and life coaching certification will begin next month, and that is also limited seating in that course. So if that's something that you're interested in, you want to go ahead and make a move, because I'm going to do a marketing ad on both of them, and we will fill up quickly. Both will be virtual, so I'm not focusing on the city that I live in. I would love to have more of the group here locally in Jacksonville, but I'm not about pulling arms or pushing people to do anything. So it's pretty much gonna be those who align and feel, know that it's valuable over here. So I thank you guys for joining me. Share the video. I greatly appreciate all those who actually watch and share the video. This has concluded Transformational Thursday. Oh, and I forgot to mention that I did say that we were going to go on location. I didn't have luck securing a space this week. I didn't really have time to. I only had a couple places in mind to begin with. They were already booked. So we're looking into doing that on September, going live on location and actually having guest speakers as well. So keep that in mind. I'm also open to topics. Want to not leave that out. So September, we will be going live on location. In the meantime, I will still be bringing y'all the golden nuggets that will assist you with transforming your life. So again, do your homework. This is Coach Paige with Elevate and Upgrade Consulting, your favorite life and spiritual coach. See you guys again soon.